Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm so excited to be back here in the screen. New project, transforming, return to source. I am really thrilled to be here again. It's been 2 years since I've been in front of the camera, sharing life wisdom, sharing life experiences. You know how I enjoy doing that in my 40 from 40 project. It's 42 now, a lot of transforming, a lot of life lived, a lot of experiences. Let's just dig right in, shall we? So, August 2019, two adults sitting in a Brooklyn apartment, realizing that a life-changing decision needs to be made. And, actually, I'm going to pause real quick and I'm going to talk a little bit about what it means returning to source, because getting into that moment of the decision and life-changing transformation, always comes from us connecting to our source. And when I talk about source, I mean, the real pure version of ourselves, the one before the drama, the one before the trauma, the one before the limiting beliefs, before the patterns of behaviors that are, formed from the limiting beliefs and are shaping our behavior, shaping our lives, all this noise, when we transform, and we always transform, there's always something happening that creates some kind of a change and a transformation in our life. We always hope to transform into the better version of ourselves, right? We always speak about that. I want to be the best version of myself. So for me, it's hoping to connect back into the real me, the source within, that pure version, the oldest, which is really the newest, which is the youngest version of myself. And then go from there, because the transformation, you always want it to bring you closer to who you are rather than pull you apart from who you are. And that's really the work that we do. And coming back to source and returning to source is through that work. And that work only can happen from staying true to ourselves, self-love, listening to our heart, listening to our soul. One of the exercises that I do all the time, I've been doing it for, I want to say, about 6 years. That's kind of like what led me. That's why I paused. So there's a thing that I do. I kind of take about 2-3 days of, sometimes even more, depending it's intuitively. And I just ask myself, what's my truth, right? Literally, what's my truth? Lulu, what's your truth? What's your truth, Lulu-Lee? And I just keep asking myself that until a few days. I never answer. I just keep asking. And when I feel like I'm full with the question, I take a pen and paper and I start writing down. Whatever comes out, comes out. It always brings clarity. It always focuses me, centers me, and gives me the insight that I need for that moment and why I was asking what's my truth to deal with a certain situation. I offer that to you, of course, if you would like. It's a great exercise to do. So July of 2019, I felt the need to do so. And I found out my truth. And I found out my truth and my partner's truth are aligned. But unfortunately, it's aligned in a way that we both understand that a decision needs to be made, and a hard one and a sad one. And not one that would be easy to deal with, I'm sure. We were sure, but we still had to go through it. So August 2019, two adults sitting in a Brooklyn apartment, realizing a life-changing decision needs to be made. And that's really when my transformation started. A 16-year partnership had come to an end. Chad and I sat down and talked and realized that we love each other, we respect each other, we're great parents and we're great friends, but we no longer contribute to each other's growth on a personal level and on a partnership. And it's time to just let go. And sometimes you gotta just be brave to let go rather than to cling on. So that's what we did. And all was going well, and we had the plans, and we tried to figure out, and the papers, and the solutions, and the who's going to live where. And then coronation happens, and all shit went out the door. And now a real transformation is happening. Everybody needs to figure out what we're doing, how are we dealing with this new reality. So And that's like just me, right? But I am thinking of the scope now of the bigger picture. People I've been speaking with, colleagues, friends, clients, like everybody's life is being transformed. Like nobody's life is looking the same. I know personally my life is looking totally different. I mean, there's nothing, literally not one thing that is the same from my life before, pre and post corona, nothing. And as far as being a mother and the children, and you have to deal with their new reality and trying to figure out normality for them, and you're just trying to normalize something that is not normal, and everything is so overwhelming because simultaneously you're trying to figure out your work, your paycheck, your livelihood. You're worried about your loved ones, their well-being, their health. It's like it's from every angle, from every point. And then me personally dealing with all that together while dealing with a new idea of divorce and separation and breaking a partnership that I thought would be forever, and all these things that are simultaneously were rocking my world. And I was digging deep, and I was doing a lot of work, a lot of transforming, mentally, personally, physically, spiritually, professionally, you name it. I did it. I was going through it. I still am, but I'm doing it with a smile on my face because I always follow my truth, and I always try to return to source because that's always what guides me. And I really wanted to come here and kind of share this journey, bring a little bit of insight to what my transformation through these COVID times and in general, in the last year and a half, where my transformation started a little bit before, but it's been mainly intense through COVID. And just kind of like share it and give a stage to something that a lot of people have been going through personally and not really talking about their life in this pandemic. So if anything I say, if anything I went through, if anything I'll share can resonate, help, inspire, do anything, give some kind of value, I'm blessed, I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm humbled. This is what I do this for. That's what I did the 40 from 40 for. I always try to come up here and just share life and life wisdom so we can grow together. Nothing that I share is going to be new. It's all, my teachers are your teachers. We are students to our teacher. We are teacher to our students. But it will be from my personal perspective and my personal experience, and hopefully it will touch your personal life and your personal experience, and we're all going to figure out how to live this damn new life that we are thrown into. So yeah, this is kind of like what the project is going to be about. There's going to probably be like 8 episodes or so. I'm not 100% sure of it. I'm rolling with it because things always happen in transition. So I never put anything solid. I have an idea and I just roll with it. I hope to see you here for the episodes and whatever I'll do in between. If there'll be lives or posts or whatever it may be, feel free to touch base with me about things that you want to talk about, want me to speak about, what I do. I'm going to talk about my routine, self-care, self-love, anything that I think that help me out through this time and help the transformation, help return me to source, because I'm still going through it every day, but I hope we can do it together. Hopefully we can do it with a smile. I just wanted to kind of give you like the dive into what motivated me to start this video project. I'm gonna try to keep all the videos shorter than this one, but so far, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Love is love, and I'll see you soon.